Many ages ago, a great evil rose to threaten the fledgling kingdoms of men, until it was forced back down into the darkness by a group of legendary heroes. Now, centuries later, these mighty heroes sleep beneath the earth, entombed and forgotten, in the realm of the Cryptmaster.
Alright, this video is for the demo of a game called Cryptmaster. Now, it's not full screen exclusive, so it's best just to set it to your native resolution, because if you set it below your native resolution, you're just going to make it blurry. I had to turn the volume of the music down, it was very loud. So yeah, looks like we can choose whether we want to do real time or turn-based. I've got no idea. I mean, I like turn-based games, but then this is supposed to be a typing or word game, so perhaps real time is the better option. We'll find out.
Hello? Can you hear me? Good. I'm calling to you from beyond the veil that separates the living and the dead. You're on the dead side. Now, how are you feeling? I don't really understand what you're saying. Can you explain in a little more detail? Actually, I withdraw the question. I don't care. Now, move toward the light. Good morning. Welcome to my crypt. Or should I say, your crypt. Why don't you take a look around? Ooh, these names look a little familiar, don't they? Let's get those rotten old brains of yours working. Why don't you try reading out the names on those pillars? Joro the warrior, that's you. Deadly sin, thief and assassin. Maz the melodious, renowned bard. Nyx the sea witch, there you are. And now you have your names again. Let's move along. Ah, now these chests contain objects I have long since forgotten. I expect you have too. But maybe, if we can remember what they were called, it will help to restore your memories of life. Now, Joro, I think this is something you used in your days as a warrior. Tell me what I should do to it to find out what it is. Cold, hard, and smooth. Metal, I think. Now what? It's like a big metal shell, slightly larger than a human head. What next? If I tap it, it makes a sort of ding. What shall I do with it? Yes, that's right. This is something you wear. It keeps your head safe. What shall I do now? I think I've worn one of these many years ago. You put it on your head. Okay, no more playing with it. Time to guess. Do you remember what this thing is called? A helmet! Yes, Joro, this is your old helmet. Now let's move along through that door.
Try and guess the 4 skills of your characters. By entering a word, collect letters from additional chests to reveal more hints. Well, I mean, that's saying hit.
Hit.
You did like to hit the things, didn't you, Joro?
To access your character's memories and check their skills, press 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just for each character, isn't it? You must memorize each skill name to use it. Could that be Yell? Probably not. It doesn't look like it, does it?
Ooh, I rather thought you'd sound better than that, Maz. I suppose you haven't used your vocal cords in a while.
Maybe it was Yell, I don't know. I need some kind of a straw thing. Wait, what's that thing? Yeah. So I don't know if there's a strap or not, but that would be back there. What's all these what? What's it doing? Why is it doing that?
Oh, look, more of your old junk. Ooh, this little fellow looks strangely familiar. What will we do with it? It looks like a ball of fur with a string attached. What shall I do now?
All of there. What's this korma?
It's hairy and wriggly. It's making little squeaking noises. It tastes furry and rather disagreeable. What should we do now? What are you talking about?
So you can't type
Okay, no more playing with it.
can't
Time to
type the
guess.
sentence.
Do you remember what this thing is called? Shut. Yes, that's what it's called.
Oh, that doesn't help too much. What about this bookcase here? What's with these idiots that are putting words in, I wonder?
Oh, look, it's a thing. What should we do now? It's sort of rectangular, something you can hold in your hands. What shall I do now? You can't hear anything unusual. Rough and leathery, but the inside parts are smoother. I remember when I was alive, I owned thousands of these. They covered the walls of my little study. What are we going to do with it?
What?
Fairly weighty for such a small thing. Easily portable, though. Okay, no more playing with it. Time to guess. Do you remember what this thing is called? Never mind. It will come back to us. I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of these later anyway.
Wonder if do I do something wrong? I probably should have called it something else, but too bad. What's done is done.
Oh, look, a toad man. Let's see if you remember how to fight.
Oh, don't know if we have a weapon, do we? What? What? What am I supposed to put here? Yeah, have to wait. Wow. What? 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 Okay, this is weird. Yeah, alright.
Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to keep the restless dead in their tombs. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you must convince him you are among the living. Oh, this is a big one. It's a large, flat piece of metal in a sort of oval shape. Oh, that's almost it, but that word is too long.
Yeah, she I think she's found it. She, shield. No, it's shield. What the hell's going on?
You're
Oh my
not
goodness.
making any sense.
What the?
What shall I do with it? Yes, a lovely big shield. Just like yours, Joro.
Alright. So you should have a thing called shield. I don't see it there though. Now that didn't help us one, but we got no letters at all out of that one. Should I? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter if I get killed, does it? What? Cross the pole? What? Yeah, I don't know what to do there, so what's this? This is so weird. It just randomly, like, types crap or does something. It's like...
I think that's Agda over there to the right. Don't tell her I'm here. We don't get along.
Welcome, travelers. Approach, approach. Welcome, friends, to the altar of purity. Leave your troubles behind and step for a moment into the bliss of my ardent but entirely platonic embrace. Soothe yourselves in the... Oh, wait. This isn't right. You're not even alive, are you? I don't mean to be rude, but this altar is dedicated to Shalya, the goddess alive, which means it's for the living only. So don't come any closer, please. Thank you.
She's right that a healing altar like this won't ordinarily work for you. But perhaps if you were to desecrate it somehow, what will you do?
Destroy.
That's not going to work.
Ah, bloody.
Yes, these healing gods hate violence. Fight, fight, fight.
In the name of all that is pure and peaceful, I'll rip your bony heads off!
Yes, feel your power grow. You should desecrate these altars wherever you find them to restore your strength.
Oh, cool, we got Maze back. There was one missing letter from an allied name. Oh, that's great. But yeah, it's funny how that one's not loot. What could it be? Boot? Deals 1 damage and knock back the enemy.
What's this flimsy thing? What are we going to do with it? I'm sure I've looked at one of these before, but not for some time. They were useful when traveling, I think. It's a thin sheet of paper, covered on one side with little drawings and snippets of writing. What shall I do with it? Oh, that's almost it, but that word is too long. What now? No. Spell? Now what? Feels like paper. Okay, no more playing with it. Time to guess.
Okay, wait a minute.
Do you remember what this thing is called? Aha! Yes, a map.
I mean, it's not going to be net, is it? Yeah, it's a pity. So it doesn't actually give us the item. Is that how it works? I mean, if we had a map, we should be able to view the map, shouldn't we? Right, so what do I do? Should I attack that thing? It's a bit bigger than that little short one that's back here somewhere. Unless I've got lost. I might be lost. No, nothing there.
Hold, travelers, no dead may pass. Are you dead?
Nah, of course not.
You say you aren't dead, but neither do you seem to be living. I can't detect a soul anywhere. You may not pass.
Well, I don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so. You need to get my soul stone before you can pass here.
Is that a...
Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to keep the restless dead in their tombs. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you must convince him you are among the living.
Isn't that the same as the other thing that we just went to? Maybe I went, yeah, that's right, I went over here, and then there's a little short guy. What's this, across the pole? Across the pole what? Ah, bugger it, we'll just have to go and fight that other one then. Can any of you read a map? Oh shit. Wait a minute, what's the, oh shit, he's back up. Oh, that sucks. Luke, hello, Luke. Did that work? I guess so. But yeah, it's so weird because you can get letters, but the thing is that if the words that how do I put it? The empty letters that are under their name, if you collect a letter and it doesn't fit there, then you get nothing. Even if it was for a future word, you know, you still get nothing. It's not retroactive or future active. Jump. What the hell are you gonna do? No. Oh, what was it? What was it? It was boot, wasn't it? Boot. Nothing. What shield? Yeah, that's not gonna help. I think we did. Yeah. They can attack faster than I can. What's wrong with, why does it keep doing that? Why does it keep putting random gibberish in it? It just blocks you from being able to do what you need to type in.
Oh dear. You've died again. Lovely as it is pattering around down here with you bony idiots, I didn't resurrect you for your company. And now go and get my soul stone. It's through the door to the left of the big eyeball.
What statue are they talking about? Save point. The big eyeball was... No, it can't have been this way. No, it's not that way. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame, you know. Actually, well, no, it doesn't matter now, does it? Exit game, does that actually work? I wonder if I should hit enter. Get the hell out, man. Which way is the... Okay, so there's supposed to be a door to the left of the eye. I can't see no door. Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting idea. If it was played normally, you know, like without the extra stuff going on, which, I mean, maybe it's kind of there for comedy or humour, but it's bloody annoying when you get these random words. Yeah, I didn't type that. I mean, if they happen in combat, then all of a sudden you got to wait for the cooldown before you can swing again. So yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, we know that guy. Yeah. What the hell? This is crazy. Yeah, boot ain't gonna work because he's got a shield. Yeah, you can't actually find out what words are unless they're actually here. Maybe we'll get something out of this one.
Ah, something impressive here.
Well, we need it.
It's long and kind of cross-shaped. Now what? Yes, a sword. Ha ha, lovely.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't actually know if that does anything. You know, we collected a shield, we collected a sword, but I mean, does it? It doesn't do anything because we don't have stats. What's going on here? I can't even type guard. I think guard probably is a word, but it won't let me do it because. Hey, look, there you go. What? Yeah, I don't know. This is crazy. So does he actually guard now? Yes, I can use guard. All right. So now we've got guard, hit, and boot. But boot won't work because that guy's got a shield. We have yell and we have what's another thing? Soothe. I have to remember that one. Okay, so can we guess these other things? I mean, this guy is not rap. I don't know. What do? Just go through the alphabet? Set. Right.
Well, Nix, that was splendid.
Okay. What about the other one here? We got something SP something P Quippy. I don't think so. Yeah, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Anyway, I think we shall try and use our shield. Okay, we may have to use... Oh, was it shield or... Oh shit. What was it called? Yeah, I didn't put close there. They just... Yell? Why didn't yell work? Look at this son of a bitch. Oh, and then he had full bloody thing anyway. Ah, man. Was it not? What was it? Okay, so you can't. Oh, I get it. When you kill them, you have to select a letter. Why would it allow us to select the letter S if we've already got S? I mean, that's just dumb. What was the word? Oh, God. Alright, so this is probably the soul stone. Okay. See, look at that. It even brings up the exit game menu. Why would it do that?
The Soul Stone, the source of my dark power. Isn't it lovely? Would you like to touch it? Good, because you're going to. You see, if we're going to the surface, which we are, I'll need you to carry this for me, because I don't have a physical body. You didn't think I wanted you for your brains, did you? Now, will you pick it up? Splendid! Now we are bound together for all eternity. Or until you die again, whichever comes first.
Right. Is that random? I thought it was supposed to give all of my team one letter back. Well, we can't even walk around that way. Alright, so I don't know why, but Joro doesn't seem to have any word to solve. Yeah, they truly have to give you a map because God, you son of a gun. This game just drives you up the wall. What? It just randomly puts these words in. Half the time they don't even work. Unless it's trying to give you hints about what future words may be if you bothered to actually read them and remember them. But right, so now we can go to the eye and it will let us pass.
Now, the Soul Stone needs souls to feed it.
Oh, what?
Outside of my crypt, we'll need to keep it charged with the vitality of living creatures to sustain ourselves.
What about people?
Why don't you look on the walls and see if you can scrape up any bugs to start us off?
Yeah. I kind of thought that would be the case. Now I gotta look around for bugs. If they had given us a map, would have made it a little bit easier. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think there's a bug around here.
Hold, travelers. No dead may pass. Are you dead? Not good enough. You may not pass.
Some advice, adventurers. You should try lying to him.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look at that. With this? Ah, son of a bitch. Yeah, it's not whispered. This ain't whispered anyway. Whispered like that. But yeah, I typed it, and then just before I hit enter, Joro bloody well put hit there. And again, he tried to put hit in. What the hell is... Yeah, I don't think there's a bug on the wall.
Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to keep the restless dead in their tombs. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you must convince him you are among the living.
Okay, that worked, didn't it? But I jumped that without typing it before. Alright, let's see if we can go... yeah, I mean, we gotta come up with a word across here. Walking? No. Running? No. Jumping? No. Across the pole. What the hell does that mean? Rude. No. Metal? Oh. Nah, no idea. Oh, let's see if we can get past this guy now. Where is he?
Hold, travelers, no dead may pass. Are you dead? Then you may not pass.
Oh,
Some advice, adventurers. You should try lying to him. Some advice, adventurers. You should try lying to him.
You could be lying to me. If you are really alive, then tell me, what was the last piece of fruit you ate. A nice crisp apple, eh? But I have one more question. If you are truly a living person, this should be an easy one. Tell me, how would you describe the sun? Yes, it is in fact very hot. You are indeed one of the living. You may pass.
Is that it? How would joypad work? How could you play it with a gamepad? I mean,
Hello? Can you hear me?
oh wow. No, I don't. I do not think I'm going to use gamepad.
I'll take that as a yes. Anyway, I'm calling to you
No.
from beyond the veil that separates the living and the dead. You're
How- can we go
on
back
the
to my
dead
menu?
side.
Was okay. I don't know. Let's see what turn-based is like.
Hello? Can you hear me? Good. I'm calling to you from beyond the veil that separates the living and the dead. You're on the dead side. Now, how are you feeling? Oh, good. That's nice. Is there anything I can do to make you even more comfortable? Actually, I withdraw the question. I don't care. Now, move towards the light. Good morning. Welcome to my crypt. Or should I say, your crypt. Why don't you take a look around?
So we do have a bug there. Son of a... See, it's screwing me up right from the get-go, but you see we can't actually, it doesn't work. Because, and there's a bug there too. There's 2 bugs in here at least. So yeah, that means that when we get that thing, we should walk all the way back to the beginning to get all the bugs, if we want to. I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to see if I can give a few of the... See how we do with these chest puzzles again.
Ooh, these names look a little familiar, don't they? Let's get those rotten old brains of yours working. Why don't you try reading out the names on those pillars? Joro the warrior, that's you. Deadly sin, thief and assassin. Maz the melodious, renowned bard. Nyx, the sea witch, there you are. And now you have your names again. Let's move along.
Wonder what would happen if I type in the words that we know. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Basically, no words work until you've actually unlocked them or got that far in the game. That door looks different.
Ah, now these chests contain objects I've long since forgotten. I expect you have too. But maybe, if we can remember what they were called, it will help to restore your memories of life. Now, Joro, I think this is something you used in your days as a warrior. Tell me what I should do to it to find out what it is. I think I've worn one of these many years ago. You put it on your head. Now what? A helmet! Yes, Joro, this is your old helmet. Now let's move along through that door.
Ah, so the door actually disappears because he opens it.
Hit.
Right, we got
You
hit.
did like to hit the things, didn't you, Joro?
Yeah, we know he does, yeah.
Oh, I rather thought you'd sound better than that, Maz. I suppose you haven't used your...
We know he does that.
Well, Nyx, that was splendid.
Yeah, that won't work yet. Boot. I think it's boot. Yep. And... will that work? Yeah. So yeah, once you kind of get the word spacing opened up, then you can type the words if you know what they are. I don't think that was a word. No. What could that guy do? He's a thief. What would a thief do? I don't know. Yeah. Son of a gun. Jab.
It's coming back to you, Sin, isn't it? All those knives in the dark.
Yeah. Try and guess 4 skills of your characters. Well, we've got something from each character now. But, yeah. Is this the, did I choose real time or did I choose turn based? So we got that guy, he's like a healer, isn't he? Blinding. What else? Did we do? I think we did check, didn't we? No. Yeah, what a mission. And now I've lost my... What way was I facing? Were we going this way? No, that's got water. Oh, crap. Crabs! 2 deadly crabs that deal 1 damage if they hit. Alright, so sometimes they don't just type garbage, mate, you know, so... So I'll try and hit enter if a new word pops up, just in case.
Oh, look, more of your old junk. This little fellow looks strangely familiar.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with it? A rat. Yes, that's what it's called. Oh, look.
4
It's a
letters.
thing. What should we do now? It's sort of rectangular. Something you can hold in your hands. What shall I do with it?
Rectangular.
Rough and leathery, but the inside parts are smoother. What now?
Rectangular.
Why did you say food? I don't understand. So, heal? What are we going to do with it?
So it's leathery and it's a rectangle.
I remember When I was alive,
Oh, they covered the
I owned
walls.
thousands of these. They
Thousands!
covered the walls of my little study.
What the hell?
Okay, no more playing with it. Time to guess. Do you remember what this thing is called?
Thousands of them. Thousands. Thousands. No, it's not rhino. What, are you saying it's a cow?
Never mind. It will come back to us. I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of these later anyway.
Thousands. No. That's a mystery. Oh, look, trap. No, it's not trap. Oh, what could it be then? Oh, for fuck's sake. TRA. Tram. uh, tram. I'm surprised it's not trap because, you know, he probably put a trap down. No, can't think of what that could be. Or lure. A something. No, no idea what that one is.
Oh, look, a toad man. Let's see if you remember how to fight.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that it even throws these random words in when you're in combat. I mean, how annoying do you think that is? Sweet guard, we can't, can we? So we got hit boot, jab. Oh, this is. Oh man. I don't know. I don't think I can bloody take much more of this. I think it's trying to make me use jab. What the heck? Okay, so turn-based means every time you push a key, the timer is going to come down. Yeah, actually, I prefer real time. So I can do Z or O. I'm going to try O. Nothing. We got nothing. Let's try Z then. No. Press. No. Yeah. I mean, are they telling me that I should have gone with Z? That would suck. Yeah, something's really weird. I mean, there's not many words that you can make with some of these letters. So yeah, it'd be real interesting to find out what the words are.
Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to keep the restless dead in their tombs. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you must convince him you are among the living. Oh, this is a big one. What should we do with it? I don't think I ever needed one of these. I don't think I was a great fighter when I was alive. It's a large, flat piece of metal in a sort of oval shape. What will we do with it? Yes, a lovely big shield, just like yours, Joro.
Okay. But the word is not shield, the word is guard. And Maz looks like he's inspire. But the game is trying to screw me over as much as it can. What just happened then? Which way? I think it's this way. Yeah, what could those other words be? Yeah. Across the pole. Across the pole. The pole. Harry might work, but not at the moment. I mean, you know, you could go through the whole letter, the alphabet if you want. See, I've gone through all the letters of the alphabet and nothing worked. So what does that tell you? Tells you the game is all shit. I mean, we could do the same with the other one. Son of a... I mean, it's gonna be alright, I think, yeah, I would have thought it was that water. No. So yeah, just going through the alphabet, you can't get the word. So what's that tell you? Across the pole. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Across the pole. No. No. Across the pole. What the heck? Cliffy. What's that shit? Yeah, can't go that way. Across the pole. What is he, a toad man? Yeah, I mean, we could be here all day sometimes. I can rubbish. We gotta go that way.
Hold, travelers. No dead may pass. Are you dead? You say you aren't dead, but neither do you seem to be living. I can't detect a soul anywhere. You may not pass.
Well, I don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Yeah.
You need to get my soul stone before
Alright.
you can pass here.
Yep. And you go through a door, which I believe is that one. And there'll be...
I think that's Agda over there to the right. Don't tell her I'm here. We don't get along.
That looks like it might be a box.
What's this flimsy thing? What shall I do with it? I'm sure I've looked at one of these before,
Is that a
but not
map?
for some time. They were useful when traveling, I think. Now what? Aha! Yes, a map.
Hey, look, now we got the word trap. What the hell? I mean, I put trap. I said it was trap right from the get-go. Laser trap that causes 1 damage. And that mix, I mean, it has to be aura. That wouldn't work before. So what does that actually do?
Welcome, travelers.
Cannot be damaged.
Approach.
Right. Well, I guess we're gonna do this. Hey, what? Hey, what the hell? Hey, how can he hit when his timer hasn't come down? What a cheat. What letter? Let's see. Yeah, we've got a T. So it's not trap again. The yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, look. That's the same symbol as the one on the altar. Maybe we have to deal with Agda.
Welcome, friends, to the altar of purity. Leave your troubles behind and step for a moment into the bliss of my ardent but entirely platonic embrace. Soothe yourselves in the... Oh, wait. This isn't right. You're not even alive, are you? I don't mean to be rude, but this altar is dedicated to Shalya, the goddess alive, which means it's for the living only. So don't come any closer, please. Thank you.
She's right that a healing altar like this won't ordinarily work for you. But perhaps if you were to desecrate it somehow, what will you do? What? No. Good idea. Smash, smash, smash.
So why wouldn't the boot work then?
In the name of all that is pure and peaceful, I'll rip your bony heads off!
Lovely as it is pattering around down here with you bony idiots, I didn't resurrect you for your company. And now go and get my soul stone. It's through the door to the left of the big eyeball.
Yeah. Ah, great. Well, I don't know what the other word What? Why isn't it working? Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Yeah. Oh, really? You can block a jab? You need B letters, I don't know where in the world is that. Alright. Yeah, maybe we did.
Oh dear, you've died again.
Yeah, definitely real time is better because in real time you can type as fast as you can, basically. Plus the game cheats because the game, like if you're on turn-based, the game isn't supposed to attack you unless the hourglass has gone down. The hourglass goes down every time you press a key. Yeah. No idea what that other word would be. Yeah. Remember, damn it. But you will not give me the word. Oh, let's see what exit game.
It.
Yeah.
Jab.
Ah, you piece of crap. Yeah. Yeah, it's just rubbish in turn-based because you can't type much of anything. What letter? I mean, O could help, but then R could also help, or S could help as well. There's no O's. That's unfortunate. Ice potion.
The Soul Stone, the source of my dark power. Isn't it lovely? Would you like to touch it? Too bad, because you're going to. You see, if we're going to the surface, which we are, I'll need you to carry this for me, because I don't have a physical body. You didn't think I wanted you for your brains, did you? Now, will you pick it up? Suit yourself. You could wander around down here for centuries for all I care. Come back here when you're ready to be sensible.
Is that even working anymore? We don't seem to be healing. What? Even the bloody...
Well, have you decided to take the Soul Stone?
Yeah, okay, hurry up.
Splendid. Now we are bound together for all eternity. nor until you die again, whichever comes first.
What does the 2 mean? I don't know. It's not working anymore.
Something impressive here.
Yeah.
What shall I do with it? Yes, a sword. Ha ha, lovely.
What? We've already done trap. But it's not trap. What the hell? I just don't know. Maybe this game is buggy as hell. I mean, I'm supposed to get bugs off the wall as well, aren't we? Keep your eye out for a bug.
Now, the Soul Stone needs souls to feed it. Outside of my crypt, we'll need to keep it charged with the vitality of living creatures to sustain ourselves. Why don't you look on the walls and see if you can scrape up any bugs to start us off?
Oh. No? Inspect the statue. What? Hey, what's this card? What's all this stuff? Yeah, no idea what. What's it say? I think we got no potions, no ingredients. We've got cards, but I don't know. I mean, it seems to heal us. Oh man. Heal. Wait. Oops. Wait a minute. No, that didn't work. What did it say? 0 to... No, we don't have cards. Actually, was there no bug there? Pretty sure there's been a bug there. in the past. I don't know. Why am I still playing? Maybe we could find out what happens if we get 100 power into this thing, but yeah, I don't know. Across the pole. Son of a bitch. Pick it up, damn it. Nah. I think it's +2. Son of a bitch. Man.
Up ahead is the Eye Stone, an ancient sentinel designed to keep the restless dead in their tombs. To pass beneath his perilous gaze, you must convince him you are among the living.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to call it quits. I mean, it's just not working anymore. I can't. Yeah, it's not working. So yeah, this is Cryptmaster. If you want to try it yourself, you can find the demo on the Steam store page. It's interesting. I mean, it could have been like Typing of the Dead, but as a dungeon crawler, but RPG dungeon crawler. But it doesn't work like that. It's weird. I mean, trying to figure out the word from the chess for the puzzle, that solves the riddle. That's alright, but the word that you use there, you don't use anywhere else usually. Half the time you do. But yeah, half the stuff you can't actually use. I mean, your characters don't have stats as far as I know, and they don't usually hold weapons. I mean, you can get them to hold a shield, but you don't actually type shield. You type guard. You type shield to solve it, but you type guard to actually use it. Otherwise, he's just doing hits. You don't use sword in battle, even though you find one. So how that works, I don't know. Supposedly you put a helmet on, but then, yeah, like I said, there's no stats. So it's not as if it's going to put your defense up or anything like that. It doesn't increase your house, because your house is actually your character's name, that's their house. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I didn't like it. I mean, the game tries to piss you off by keying in random words, you know, at any time, whether you're typing out a word yourself, whether you're in combat, and it just screws you up. And it'll also change the way that you're facing. It'll make you step back or sideways or something. It'll do crazy stuff. I mean, it's got to be the game doing it. I mean, I don't think it's using Twitch and there's people who are typing, but maybe. I mean, that is a possibility, but yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know why it seems to be something happening with the some of the demos that I've been trying lately, is that they're trying to make games that piss people off.